5 years ago, I was working and I got a sinus infection that basically went to my heart. And your body wants to naturally heal itself. And so what happened is the heart starts getting bigger and swelling until it can't fix itself anymore. I went to KU and automatically it was just code blue. And they get me down there and they say, your ejection fraction's at 10%. The only way we can keep you alive is if we put an LVAD in you. It's a pump for your heart that'll keep you alive. No pulse, no heartbeat, just blood flow to keep your organs alive. And I said, I've got 3 kids. They were, very young, a lot of life to live for. And, at 40 years old, you don't think that a sinus infection is going to turn into a life or death situation. And so that's exactly what happened. And so then I was the first person at KU to get the HeartMate 3, which is the LVAD. I've done everything I could in this time, in this process, is to help with research, and they were like, can we video this so that we can get it into other hospitals and we can do other things with it? I said, absolutely, whatever. So they videoed the surgery where they break me open, and they shared that for everybody. Living off batteries and a heart pump for 3 years while I was waiting for a heart transplant. And the waiting, that's always the hardest part. And staying active with my kids, staying active with Shamrock, the company. And so, I was always, trying to lead from the front with them as well. And so I would always get out in the field, or I would always, run on calls. But sometimes, my health just wasn't there. So you literally have a cord hanging out of you and you're carrying batteries around you. And so you can only go so far and last so long before you got to change those batteries out. I somehow tore the LVAD out of my heart. And so your body has 7 liters of blood in it. And I lost 3.5 liters of blood in my pleural sac that was holding my lungs. And so I had to go back in for another immediate surgery, and they ripped me open again that'd be the second time. And when they rip you open, they're cutting you open and they're taking your chest plate and everything, your ribs. And so you're wondering why your back hurts the next, all these times. And it's because the ribs are out of your rib heads and all in your spine, everything. And in addition to all the nerve damage and everything else that happens from that. So that's the second time I got cut open. They was able to, Dr. Abeck, I was over at KU, they was able to sew the pump back in and save me. That time was scary. Every time was scary. But at that time I got an infection from what I don't know. So then again, another time it happened. So from that infection, they had to go back in, cut open, and put this wound vac type deal on me. So now they got this thoracotomy 2 times, and another and a wound vac living on me, just sucking this out of me, to the point where I finally got so sick from this that I'm in ICU just waiting. And waiting for a heart for 3 years with your kids. And so, my message, when I share this message, it's for all the people that aren't able to get up here and talk and share their stories. And so I've been cut open 6 times in 5 years, but I'm so blessed, and God's had so much favor on me by being able to keep me alive through this journey, and then being able to be here to share this story with all of you. I was 40 years old, perfect health, and then I got a sinus infection that went to my heart. And that just if that's not a wake-up call, right? Like your whole living, it's a new norm. There's a lot of good that this research goes to, the lives that it's able to keep alive. And I just go back to lady I met who didn't make it, and she's not there for her kids, and how lucky I am that I am here for my kids. There's more people that die from heart related illnesses every year than all cancers combined. And the American Heart Association does a whole lot for the hospitals, for the research, for getting funding approved for new technology that's out there. A heart transplant on average lasts 12 years. And I've had my heart transplant 2 years and 2 days. With that, I want to be able to walk my daughter down the aisle, see my grandkids, be able to do these things that I may or may not be able to do. It all depends. That's why being here to support the American Heart Association is so very important, and I'm so grateful for that. It's what you're giving. You're giving life back to everybody, and all the research that we get from it is able to continue to go forward and go forward and go forward.